Now, we all know the fate of what happened to Nike golf clubs, but today I have a set of second-hand golf clubs which could blow your mind, both for value, for performance, and I'm well aware this is grammatically incorrect. This is wrong grammar, everything else. Okay, that wasn't the smoothest introduction I've ever done, but we're going to run with it because I've just picked these bad boys up from Golf Clubs for Cash. Yes, we do have a 3-iron as well, and they are the Nike Slingshot Tour irons. Who remembers these bad boys? Now, these bring back so many memories. They bring back the memories of the Nike Mojo golf ball. They bring back memories of when Nike did the marketing campaign with Tiger using these clubs. And I was like, he's not using the slingshots, is he? And obviously he didn't use the slingshots, but these were incredibly forgiving, and wait till you see the price that I picked them up for. So guys, we're going to play a couple of holes with these today. We're also going to test these Nike Slingshot irons in here in the studio, see just how good a value for money they really are, if Nike should have carried on making these fantastic, forgiving, easy to hit irons, or if they're a huge waste of money and Nike were correct to pull the plug on the market. And you might be shocked, because I was. I've done the numbers, so stay tuned. Now, when you're buying a second-hand set of golf clubs, what are you really looking for? I think ideally you're looking for good value. I think obviously you're looking for performance, something that can suit your eye, suit your game, and obviously you're also looking for a bargain. So, have I got all of the above, and have I got a set of golf clubs that could really kick off someone's golf game in 2025? Because these honestly feel outstandingly good, and the reason I know that is because I've done the numbers already in the studio, and to be honest, I couldn't believe it. That felt incredible. It felt really easy to launch, lovely high spin, and that's carrying just near the 200, creeping over 200 at 205. To think how, I say how little technology is in here, that's probably the wrong term. Not so much the numbers, like the numbers are pretty good, we'll get to those as this video draws on, but I couldn't believe how good they felt. I mean, let's be fair, they look like they've seen better days, don't they? They don't exactly look like the sexiest clubs on the planet. But if you want a set of golf clubs that's maybe a bit more of a talking point than just the new Titleist, the new Ping, the new Callaway, I think a lot of people have a bit of a soft spot for Nike Golf. And I think I'm one of them because I make so many videos on these bad boys and generally they do well. So I feel like either I'm portraying the story quite well or you guys are all mega interested. So what can we score on the closing holes? Stay tuned and find out. And just how far do they really go? Stay tuned and find out. So the big thing that I'm thinking here is, were Nike ahead of their time with the technology in these irons? And I'm going to talk to you the price very, very soon. Funnily enough, I've just finished a test where I've been testing a 2 hybrid, so an 18-degree hybrid, and I'm picking those balls up as we speak, which are there, and I think there's another one there. Now, the 3-iron I've just hit is finished here. Bang level, bang level. Now, we all know that hollow-bodied irons are all the rage at the moment, like P790, P790, Tacoma 101T, Ping i530, funnily enough I have them in the bag here. Lots and lots of hollow-bodied irons are really good. The Cobra Forge Tech, for example. Now, what do we think these are? Because looking at them, I mean, it's not just a lump of metal, is it? Because obviously they're not that heavy. They do feature that kind of slingshot on the back, and as you'll see, they do feature quite proportionately big faces, so plenty of offset on there, a nice thick top line, nice long blade length. These are generally going to be very forgiving, aren't they? They are the Tour version, so they did do a bigger version, which I'll put on screen now, but for me, this was kind of that nice middle ground, and I remember these as a kid. I remember kind of, I keep saying pining for them. I did really, really want them. At the time, they weren't considered to be that serious, so probably a match made in heaven, really, but how far do we have in? We're bang next to the 150 marker. And we have, oh, 165. That must be a back flag. Always make sure you use your rangefinder. And we are in the rough as well. So I'm gonna go 8-iron. I think that should be okay. It's sat down a bit. Now, price. I'm gonna talk price in a second, but 2-pack and biggie. I bet you didn't think we were going here, did you? Would they have been so famous now? Would their record sales have been so amazing had they still be alive? Now you kind of see where I'm going with this. Nike Golf's dead. We all know that from a kind of product standpoint, they don't make golf clubs anymore. Could these now kind of start to kind of pull on the heartstrings a little bit for people? Could they start to become more relevant again? I think maybe, and I mean, yeah, two-pack and Biggie, fair enough. Two-pack, Biggie and Nike Golf. Right, we're in the rough. Can we get anywhere near? Both shots have just leaked a little bit to the right, but I feel like that's okay for distance, especially to say how it was sat down. Got really nice turf interaction with the rough there as well. Sometimes when they're big and clunky, you don't get that. It kind of struggles to cut through the turf a little bit. But I did say I was going to talk price. So let's get the 6-iron, because prices are always on the 6-irons for golf clubs for cash clubs. How much do you think, guys? Are you ready? Bang. £195.99. The grips are still in pretty good conditions. They are the original grips. We have dynamic gold S300 true temper shafts in there. And I think the heads are in pretty good condition as well. I mean, yeah, okay, maybe not, but it's kind of the charm to them, isn't it? It's kind of the charm. So what do you think to that price? And what do you think we're going to shoot? And how far do you think they go? Because it's quite interesting. Now, you might say that I'm weird, but clubs like this excite me. And they really do get me going, because I just feel like if you can get a set of golf clubs, a good set of golf clubs for sub £200, that really does open the game up to a lot more people. Especially when they have a Nike tick on them, and maybe people who are new to golf or who aren't even golfers potentially think, you know what, that's quite cool. I've got Nike trainers, so I'll go and get some Nike golf clubs for less than £200. The fact that they've got this hollow body design, which was before its time, they've got S300 shafts in there, and to be honest, they probably perform pretty as good as anything you're going to buy. Could be the icing on the cake. Stopping power-wise, I mean, out of the rough, it's actually stopped relatively fast. And if it would have released out, it would have actually gone the distance. So I'm quite happy with that, really, from all the way back there. Obviously, my new toy, by the way. If you didn't see the video, I'll link that below. But I bought this. I actually bought it as well, which means it's now mine. So I have to put well with it. So the pressure's on. I was putting well on the other one. I don't know what's wrong with me. Lots of things, maybe. Oh, that's a birdie. It's Friday as well. We're rolling birdie puts in. We've got Nike slingshot irons. And we're going to have two-pack and Biggie on in the car on the way home. Birdie. Interestingly, I didn't buy this putter from Golf Clubs for Cash. I bought it from a fellow off Facebook, and it cost more than 2 times how much the full set of irons cost. Isn't golf interesting? You can literally buy a putter for twice as much of a full set of clubs. Okay, so we'll kick things off with the Nike Slingshot 7-iron, and these are supposed to be some of the most forgiving irons ever. I remember pining after these as a junior golfer. 7-iron, how far is this going to go? I've set a green out there at 180 yards, and that might be trying to bite off a little bit too much than we can chew, but I feel like with how potentially long these could be, I might not be trying to bite off too much after all. For the first swing of the day, that's spinning at 6,600. It's carried 158 yards, released out to 165. I don't think that's bad for the first swing of the day. It was a little draw, so the offset is working quite nicely for me there. And all of a sudden, this feels really good. So these are, of course, the tour version of those slingshot irons. That one's carried 155. We've made the front edge at 161, spinning again 6,200. So for a 7-iron, you could say it's a little bit low, but for this style of iron, I really don't think it's too bad at all, to be honest. They don't look mega powerfully lofted. They don't look mega de-lofted. And I still feel like I'm getting the kind of trajectory I would want. I'm certainly getting the ball speed. I'm certainly getting the spin rate. That's a 161. Usually for me, I would expect an iron of this design to potentially go a little bit longer, but can we get up to that 180? That was a 167 total. The big thing that I'm taking from this, that will be longer, it's got to be, spinning higher, is at a 165 up to a 171. These feel fantastic. I did not expect these to feel that good at all, to be honest. I was expecting these to feel hideous. And I'm starting to think, is me missing out on the Nike Slingshot irons as a junior the thing that's held me back? No, I don't think so either, but let's go another couple of sevens. We'll get back outside and then we'll talk 4-iron, because that could get really interesting. That's one of the best golf swings I've made in a very long time. That's got to be up there. Again, it's carrying 162, so you could say that these aren't the longest of irons, and you could say, James, I expected you to hit these further, and I kind of anticipated that as well. But what I like is the consistency level of all these shots. None of these shots have like jumped up on us, and we're getting nice consistent launch, really consistent spin, and really consistent distances. That feels amazing. It really does. Oh, it's 161 again. Look at that. Look at that. They're exactly the same. I'm going to go again because I'm enjoying myself. Can we just step on it? But I've really tried to pepper that one. If this is 161, 164. 164. Right, we're going to go 3-iron again, because I feel like, again, the 3-iron does add value to the set. I mean, not many people can hit a 3-iron anymore, to be brutally honest, but I don't think it's kind of that lower lofted. It's probably like a modern day 4-iron. So realistically, they're all probably a little bit kind of soft. But guys, as we talk through the numbers in this video, I really hope you do see potentially what can happen. You can really go and get just a set of irons that really shouldn't work for you. Like, these shouldn't be my kind of irons, really. For no real reason other than they don't really suit my eye down at the ball. But certainly when you hit shots like that, I feel like that should be going further right. I've cut across it a bit. It's going to be fairly short off the tee, but I don't feel like it's that bad. I think it could be a lot worse. And let's be fair, things could always be worse, couldn't they? I thought I'd just lost my new rangefinder. Zip it up. Zip it up, idiot. That would have been worse. That would have been way worse. Okay, we have quite a long way in over the world's deepest bunker. The 150 markers are, bloody hell, all the way up there. It's 3-iron again. It's 3-iron again. I didn't quite get it. So this is what I mean about kind of forgiveness. Like, has forgiveness come on? Probably it has, really. But for the money that I paid for these, I'm still quite happy with it. It's 3-iron, it's down there, it's over 200 yards. We just so happen to have kind of 200 yards in. Right, a nice big high cut, Tiger-esque we want here. They are Nike after all. I mean, it's not high, it's got to go because that's going to be in that bunker. Oh dear. It cut, but it was very difficult to launch. Had to be more there. Not ideal. But things could always be worse. So there's that. I'm not gonna lie, I actually do quite like the challenge of getting it out of that bunker. It's a back flag which makes it even more difficult, and the set doesn't come with a sand wedge, so I'm gonna have to employ my Vokey. But we'll go with it, we'll run with it. Try and salvage a par, remain under par for this video. Please be lying good, please be lying good. Oh, it's short of the bunker. That's really gone. I'm quite disappointed actually, because I was hoping to. That's gone nowhere. Can I go? I'm going to use this. I'm going to stick to the task at hand, because we always talk versatility about clubs, but never the pitching wedge. It's going to go right to left when it lands. Lovely long blade length on this wedge. Sit, sit. That might be long. That might be long, and that wasn't easy to pop up. It's not actually done that bad. Maybe, just maybe, we're chipping for par. Little chip in with the slingshot. What's your thoughts on these then, guys? Go in the comments below and let us know. I really like them. I think I did feel like I missed the boat when I never got a set of these. So the fact that I'm getting to kind of relive it through this video now. There we go, look at that. It's nice, it's enjoyable. Didn't need that much less. Oh. It's a bogey. We've got to blame it. The tee shot wasn't a good enough strike. We had too long in for the second. Well, it's never boring, is it? Can't stop looking at them. Wonder if you can like get them to look like new again. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Guys, final hole. We're going to try and have a bit of redemption with the 3-iron. It cost us on the last, but I don't feel like I've really hit one that well yet. So let's jump inside. Let's look what the numbers say about these clubs, and then let's finish on this 18th hole and see if we can make a par and remain at par, or even make a birdie and get back under par with the Nike Slingshot Tours. Okay, now we come to the 4-iron in these Nike, what are they, Slingshots? I want to call them SQs then. Nike Slingshot Tour irons. Just how good can this be? That felt incredible. It felt really easy to launch, lovely high spin, and that's carrying just near the 200, creeping over 200 at 205. To think how, I say how little technology is in here, that's probably the wrong term. What I'm thinking here is the age of these clubs and how much you can pick them up for now on that second-hand market from somewhere like Golf Clubs for Cash. I happen to think they still look really, really good. That's something which I think Nike really, really did well in that forgiving iron category, really made these clubs appeal to so many golfers out there. Now, can we control that trajectory? Maybe keep it down a touch. There we go. I can't get, oh, it's going to carry over 200. Ooh, 197, releasing up to 210. These are only kind of dynamic gold stiff shafts as well. There's nothing special about these clubs spec-wise. It's really kind of taking me for surprise a little bit. And I can't believe the dispersion I'm getting as well. That's going to be massive. That's carried 206 yards, 220 total, 4,300 spin. If I were to hit a modern day brand new iron and think, right, what numbers do I want? That's it. That's the number I want. That's the ball flight I want. That's everything I want from these clubs. And I can sort of play it down. Like I've really tried to get it down. I've pulled it a little bit. It's carried over 200 again. I feel like the offset's maybe just taking that to the left a little bit. The golf on here tells me that was a hook. I think it's harsh to call that a hook, but I think it's fantastic what I can do with these clubs. Check that out. I feel like they're just launching exactly how I want them to. That's pitched bang on 200, 201. Guys, if you want to get a set of forgiving irons that's a little bit different to the Titleist, the Callaway, the TaylorMade, and you want to save yourself some money, I honestly think these could be the ones. That is absolutely huge. Oh, I hope these were as good outside as they are inside, because that's ridiculous. Do you remember these?
I do, yes.
How good do they look?
They do look good, don't they? Ooh, bit of pitch.
We birdied the first, we bogeyed the second.
It's nice.
Right, ideally we want this kind of turning over. They've all been a little high right. That's better. For me, that's just a nice 3-iron ball flight. Bang straight, a little bit of fade, lovely turf interaction, and we're set for potentially making that birdie. Hit one of them, you'll not believe it. They feel unbelievable.
Soft as butter.
Soft as Bobby. Get it past me, I'll buy you breakfast. How soft's that? Breakfast on you. So as you saw with the numbers there, very interesting and very consistent as well, something which I didn't expect from these clubs. The feel factor of them, how soft they are, again, kind of blew me away really. That's the best tee shot we've hit, and we've finished bang smack in the middle of the fairway, and we have a fairly attackable flag to try and go at. Right, we're into the wind and we've got about 160. I've got the 7. I'm starting to think I might need more, but we'll try and just move it in on the line. I will clean that because it's now placing. Can we play it down a little bit and let it draw in? No, that's not drawing. Come on. I think the forgiveness might have done me there. I wanted it just to turn. Stay up. Oh, come on. You don't want to finish bogey. That is level par with the Slingshot Nike irons. Guys, if you enjoyed that, please make sure you do hit that subscribe button below. Less than £200. Very impressive. See you all tomorrow.